Hello students.
Hello sir.
We've already done some accounting in the past, right? And now as we're progressing in the course, we are getting into the advanced stages of accounting. Okay? So we all know about net profit, right?
Yes sir.
So if I just write net profit rupees 10 lakhs, what does it say about the performance of the company?
सर मेरे लिए तो नहीं काफी है.
तुम्हारे लिए बहुत है. Yes, it may be enough provided you are only operating your business with table, chair, one book and a glass of water, right? But what if you've invested a lot of money in the business? What if you have invested 2 crore rupees in the business? Is it still enough for you to earn net profit of 10 lakhs?
No sir.
So if I write you have invested 2 crore, so let's say your equity or your capital is rupees 2 crores. Okay? Do you still think you have earned enough profit?
No sir.
No? Let's see how. Okay? So on an equity of 2 crores, you have earned a net profit of 10 lakhs. So if we calculate a ratio, what would have done? So 10 lakhs divided by 2 crores. How much is it?
5%.
Okay. What have I just done? I have calculated how much net profit have you earned on your total investment of 2 crores, and the answer is 5%. Okay. What I have just done is I have calculated a ratio. What is a ratio? Ratio is the relationship between two numbers. One is a numerator, the other is a denominator. So if 1 by 20 is 5%, that means I will simply multiply this by 100. So it comes to 5%. Okay? So what we have just done is we have calculated a ratio which is 5%. What is it called? This ratio is known as return on equity or return on capital. So what is net profit? Net profit is return on your equity. So how much return have you earned on your equity? We just calculated a ratio. Now do you think 5% return on equity is a good performance of a company?
Yes. No, Yes.
We can't say this right now. Why? Because we don't know what should have been the ratio. What should have been the return on equity. So what I'm trying to say is that a ratio does not necessarily give us any information unless it is compared by another ratio. That ratio could be, so let's say if we are talking about this ratio for 2014 and we have to compare this ratio with either 2013 number. So let's say 2013 we had earned 4%, this year we have earned 5%. So we can say that the performance has improved, right? Alternatively, we may have to compare this ratio with a benchmark. Now what is a benchmark? A standard. For example, the industry in which this company operates has an average return on equity ratio of, let's say, 7%. Okay? What does that mean? This means that most companies in this industry are having a ratio of 7%. So in that case, we will have to conclude that the return on equity of this company is not very good. Okay? I have discussed today so far. What we are talking about is ratio analysis. That is the topic for today. Okay? Now ratio analysis is a very common term between analysts. Okay? There are people who analyzes companies' performances. So if you are an analyst or if you are an accountant, ratio analysis is a very important tool for you. Okay? We will discuss a lot of ratios going forward, but before that, let's do a quick recap. So what is a ratio?
A ratio is the relationship between numerator and denominator or between two numbers.
Ratio is a relationship between two numbers. Great. Okay? It's a relationship between two or more numbers. Okay? What else? there will be a numerator and a denominator. Okay, so ratio will always be numerator divided by a denominator. How does ratios help us take decisions?
Compare
By
We
comparing.
have to compare a ratio. So to take decisions, we have to compare the ratios. Okay. Who do we compare the ratios with?
previous year.
Previous year.
Previous year. So we either compare it with a previous year number, or we compare it with a benchmark. Okay, great. Or a standard.
Or ideal.
We can also benchmark our numbers. We can also compare the ratios with the target. Okay, so target versus actual. All right. Any questions so far? No? Great. Shall we move forward? Shall I wrap this?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Now, so far in accounts, most of the things that we have learned are very standardized. We've got double entry system, we've got rules, we've got accounting standards, we've got specific formats. But ratio analysis does not have any standard definitions. There are definitions which are industry acknowledged, as in they are conventionally used across the board, but it is not necessary that there has to be a very strict definition when we talk about ratios in most of the cases. Okay, and that is why when we calculate ratios, it is very prone to manipulations also. If I just have to calculate a ratio, I can change a numerator or a denominator to come to a particular ratio. Okay, so please remember that there are not necessary that there are any standard definitions or benchmarks. Okay. However, there are some industry recognized definitions or benchmarks. Okay, for example, if when we talk about, there is something called a current ratio which we will discuss in a future class, and the standard for a current ratio would be 2:1. Okay, but at the same time it varies from industries to industries. It varies from which stage your company is in. Okay, we talked about the return on equity. What if your company is a new company? If it is only in the first year of operations, you may not earn a net profit in your first year, right? You may not earn a net profit even in your second year. You may still have an investment of 2 crores. That does not necessarily mean that your business is not doing well. So ratio analysis is a good tool, but at the same time it also has its own limitations. Okay, and we need to keep that in mind. Another thing is, there are n number of ratios available. You can have ratios for anything, literally anything. So whenever we are calculating ratios, it is not wise to just judge a company based on only 1 or 2 ratios. Okay, and ratios just tells us as to what is the business doing well, where is the business doing well, and where does it require more improvements. Okay, when we go through a lot of ratios, we will discuss that and we will see that as well. Okay, let's just understand what are some of the most common types of ratios that we encounter. Okay, I am just giving you some examples. So let's say there will be profitability ratios. Okay, there can be liquidity ratios. There can be valuation ratios. There can be leverage ratios. Okay, there can be various types of ratios. So when we talk about profitability ratio, what do we understand? Where does profit come from? It comes from the profit and loss account or the income statement. So the profitability ratio would usually have numbers, both numerator and denominator, from the income statement. Some of the most common examples of profitability ratios are gross profit margin and net profit margin. Okay. Then there is liquidity ratio. What does liquidity mean? What is liquidity?
Capacity to convert its asset into cash.
Beautiful. Liquidity comes from the word liquid. And what is liquid? Liquid is flexible. What is flexible? How does a business become flexible? If it has enough cash. Why? Because if it has cash, it can buy anything, it can spend anywhere, it can do all kinds of things. So therefore, liquidity ratios helps us to assess how easily can a business convert its assets into cash. Now, where does assets come from? Where does asset come from? The balance sheet. Where is cash? What is cash? Cash is an asset. Where does it come from? It comes from the balance sheet also. So liquidity ratios would also come from the balance sheet. Okay. Some of the most common examples of liquidity ratio is current ratio, acid test ratio or quick ratio. Okay. Valuations. What does valuation mean?
To calculate.
When we talk about valuations, we are talking about how much is my business worth. Okay. When we calculate the value of a business, and there are various ratios which are used in terms of calculating the value. Some of the examples of valuations ratio is price to earnings ratio. Okay. Leverage ratio. What is the leverage? Leverage means debt. It means how much loan has the company taken. Okay. So, and leverage also means as to how much can the business earn in order to pay back that debt, that loan. Okay. So there are various types of leverage ratio. One is called a debt equity ratio. The other can be an interest coverage ratio. Okay. So leverage ratio can be an interest coverage ratio, and there can be various other types of ratios which we will be discussing. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
No. These ratios are available in your notebooks, in your textbooks, so you may not need to copy that, and we will discuss that as we move along. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you.